hard to believe behind this facade of palm trees, coffee shops and thousands of people lies the heart of an industry, the movie industry, full of buy-sell deal making and fevered egos.
Because what really goes on is along this street, which is where people with films buy and sell territories.
It's very rare that you get people to go, here's a check, bang, do whatever you want, make your film.
You're still making a ton of money. Shut up, do it again.
Money comes and money spent.
For the first time in many years, you can see all the buyers and the sellers basically in one area, and it makes the market very vivid. The screening rooms are right upstairs on the mezzanine. When the buyers come out and they like the movie, they'll go straight to your stand and they'll start making an offer. In the past, before you even have mobile phones, people had to run all over the Croisette and make sure they would be the first one in the office to make the offer. So technology has made the market evolve in terms of reactivity, in terms of making offers, counter offers. It becomes very, very reactive. The result is that movies, I think, get sold quicker. There's less time for thinking, reflection, analyzing, and that's where the marketing is really important.
It is a business, and when you do make a film, you're making it for an audience. You don't want to make a film that's going to sit in a can on a shelf somewhere. You want people to see it. And so if you have both perspectives, it's certainly interesting. You can understand and relate to both sides of the business.
Unfortunately, we cannot take projects at a script level. We do have financiers who will 100% finance a film, but they need a number of other elements in place first. We ask for a minimum of one of three elements to be in place. That has to be either a creative element, that means a producer, writer or director with a track record, a major track record, or cast that are bankable. What makes a member of cast bankable is anybody's decision, but a famous member of cast.
If you can succeed in getting in the door and pitching us a project, that's great. If we're interested, we'll ask for a script.
The type of movies we work on, which are mostly auteur films, you don't sell them on script. You don't sell them with a buzz. You sell them with the movie. So what we have to do is make sure the right people see the right movie at the right time.
There's a definite hype that's here in Cannes that sort of brings everything to a higher level, and you want to feel. But that comes from experience too. Even if the sales agent is there telling you wonderful things about the film, you go into the theater, you watch the film, and you always know what you want and what you're looking for.
The film we had 2 years ago called The Ice Rink by Jean-Philippe Toussaint, La Patinoire in French. We sold it in Milan with 3 people that we actually put in. It's a comedy, so we put 3 people in front, and basically what we told them is you just have to laugh. Just laugh, laugh, laugh. Of course, you had the Japanese buyers filmed in French, subtitled in English. Couldn't understand it, but you could see people laughing. He came out, rushed out of the thing and bought it right away.
I hate gimmicks, in fact. If there's too much of a gimmick attached to the project, for me it tells me, they spent a lot of the time on the packaging, but they haven't done much on the script, and
If something comes to us with a great cast, a great director, and perhaps a sales agent and a completion bond, then we would consider 100% financing it.
Now, what advice have you got for a young filmmaker?
Go to law school. Don't be a filmmaker. No, seriously, go to law school, then be a filmmaker, because then you don't have to spend money on lawyers, which you'll have to do anyway. So that's one thing. Or be a stockbroker, make enough money, and then you don't have to raise money from other people.
In the States, often you have to get a script to a lawyer first. A lawyer will then, if he likes it, give it to an agent, and an agent will then give it to the star or to the producer or whoever the agent represents.
But seriously, it's the business and law background that people forget about. And it's frustrating, but you spend more time doing the producing side than you do the directing side. And
the hardest thing in making a film is what happens before you shoot it and what happens after you shoot it.
So I would suggest, if you're finishing off your script, get it to the state where you're happy with it. Maybe see if you can identify some script assessors to have a look at it and give you some feedback. And then you really want to go out and either find somebody who is bankable, who really enjoys the project, like a top cast member, top director, maybe a producer who has some links with various people, or see if you can get some financing from somewhere to get the ball rolling.
I saw a woman yesterday coming from the United States. She shot her own movie at home with a DV. She spent $50,000 of her own money just to come to Cannes and have the trailer. And they watched the trailer, and it was dreadful, absolutely dreadful. So I told her, all right, maybe you learned something, but it's going to be hard, commercially. I think it's going to be very hard for you to sell this movie. And she came out of the office crying, and I went back to her and I said, it's all right, we're all here for tries, we're all trying.
I'm sure there are, there's like some Americans probably sitting in some office trying to figure out how they can screw the next guy, but who knows? I mean, for us, we don't work that way. That's not what we do. And if the person has talent, we'll try and work with them to put it together. We have a vested interest,